Hi there. I invite you to a journey back with me, back to a time when the world was a different place, a time of discovery, of curiosity, and of boundless exploration. The Renaissance, an era that flourished with remarkable individuals we know today as polymaths. These were people like Leonardo da Vinci, whose curiosity spanned from the heavens to the human form. They danced effortlessly between disciplines from art and anatomy to engineering and philosophy. In their time, knowledge, though vast, was still within reach. The barriers between fields were soft and malleable, allowing these extraordinary minds to traverse from one discipline to the next with ease. Their world was one of connections where all of nature, science, and art were intertwined. But as we moved forward through the centuries, something profound began to change. The body of human knowledge expanded at a breathtaking pace. Discoveries in physics, chemistry, biology, and later technology opened doors to ever deeper pools of information. And in doing so, we began to build walls. Knowledge, once interconnected and fluid, became compartmentalized. We entered the age of specialization. Now, specialization is by no means without merit. In fact, it has been the driver behind some of the most incredible advancements in human history. But as these walls between disciplines grew higher, we began to lose something valuable. The threads that once connected fields of knowledge became frayed. We began to think of biology as separate from physics, art as separate from science, and technology as separate from nature. In short, we lost sight of the big picture. Today we live in a world of silos, where knowledge is stored in neatly defined boxes, often far removed from one another. Experts delve deep into their fields, becoming masters of their craft. But there is a cost. The more we specialize, the more we risk losing the ability to see how these pieces fit together. And it is here that the role of the modern polymath becomes so vital. You see, the modern polymath is not like the polymaths of old. Today, knowledge has grown too vast for one person to master in its entirety. But the spirit of the polymath remains, not in mastering everything, but in seeing the connections where others see only divisions. In the 21st century, we are witnessing a remarkable resurgence of this kind of thinking. Today's polymaths are not trying to learn every detail of every field. Rather, they are the bridge builders. They are the ones who stand at the edge of one discipline and look across to another, recognizing that the solutions to our most pressing problems lie not in isolation, but in connection. Take, for example, the rise of bioinformatics, a perfect illustration of modern polymathy. It is the convergence of biology and computer science. By linking these seemingly disparate fields, we've opened new doors to understanding genetics, disease, and medicine in ways that were previously unimaginable. And it is the modern polymath, the one who dares to traverse the boundaries, who can unlock these doors. We see it in people like Elon Musk, who moves fluidly between physics, engineering, economics, and artificial intelligence. His work reminds us that the greatest innovations often happen at the intersections of fields. This is not the mastery of one subject, but the mastery of synthesis. This is the essence of modern polymathy, the ability to connect the silos of knowledge and create something entirely new. But make no mistake, it is not easy. In a world that still celebrates deep specialization, the modern polymath must navigate a system that often does not understand them. They are told to focus, to choose one thing. But the modern polymath understands something that others do not, that nature, science, art, and human ingenuity are not isolated. They are all part of the same web of existence. And yet, in this era of information overload, where knowledge grows at an exponential rate, it is becoming increasingly clear that the future will belong not to those who can specialize more narrowly, but to those who can see broadly, to those who can weave together insights from multiple fields to solve the complex challenges we face. Consider for a moment the environmental crisis of our time: climate change, biodiversity loss, resource depletion. These are not problems that can be solved by biology alone or by physics alone. They require thinkers who can bridge disciplines, who can see the planet as an interconnected whole where ecology, technology, human behavior are all linked in delicate balance. In many ways, the modern polymath is returning us to the spirit of the Renaissance, reminding us that the world is not a collection of isolated parts, but a vast and interconnected system. They are the ones who dare to ask the big questions, to see beyond the boundaries of their own field, and to draw connections where others see only walls. So this is the beauty of modern polymath. It lies in its ability to remind us that no knowledge exists in isolation. Whether it's in the realms of science, art, or human society, the most profound insights come when we recognize the threads that connect us all. As we move further into the 21st century, it is clear that our greatest challenges, whether in technology, medicine, or saving the environment, will not be solved by specialists alone. It will take the modern polymath, the connector, the integrator, the synthesizer to bring together the many strands of human knowledge and create a world that is greater than the sum of its parts. So therefore, we are witnessing a new renaissance, one where the modern polymath once again has an essential role to play in shaping the future of humanity.